All right, I got another prison visiting room story for you. Mind you, I might get upset with this one. So, as a former officer of the Wisconsin DOC, I was the visiting officer for quite some time. One of my job duties on Sunday was I had to count the pizzas, the frozen pizzas that inmates visitors can buy, and they can get cooked by one of our inmate workers, for the visiting room and brought to the table. Well, staff can buy a pizza as well and, either eat it themselves or share amongst officers, whatever. Occasionally, the control center officer and or sergeant get a pizza. Well, I was one short. Okay, do my due diligence and everything, do my job. I called up control and I asked, hey, I'm just curious, did you guys happen to buy a pizza and they just mark it off, and they're like, no, we didn't get a pizza at all. I'm like, okay, cool. That's all I need to know. Appreciate it. Not more than a minute later, the sergeant calls me up, berating me. He said to me, how dare you accuse my officer or us of stealing a pizza? And I'm like, I didn't accuse anybody of anything. I was just curious if you guys got a pizza and maybe forgot to write it down or something. Or maybe they forgot to write it down up front. He continues to berate me. No, we do not steal. And how dare you ever accuse us of fucking stealing a pizza? Again, tried to explain myself. Said I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I just asked if you happen to have purchased or got a pizza. No big deal. Then he's like, if you ever pull this shit again, I will fucking write you up. Yep. So, I tried to just brush it off and everything, but because it just kept lingering in my mind that I just got berated for doing my job. I was told that if there was missing pizzas that I had to call around and do my job and figure it out. Now, some of you out there will be like, oh, big deal, it's just one pizza. Well, if there's constantly pizzas missing and I don't do my job, then there's going to be an investigation on stolen pizzas. But it just kept eating at me, and eating at me. And eventually I had to go home because I couldn't hold back my emotion. No, I was about to cry. I normally don't cry. But I was really upset that I got berated for doing my job the way I was told I had to do my job. I called up the white shirts and one of them came and talked to me and I'm like, I just got berated for doing my job. And I told him who did it and that I needed to leave because I was not safe to be here. I would not be doing my job because I'm about to bust out crying here. But according to the sergeant in question, I made the officer cry. It's like I asked a very simple question. I didn't yell at her or anything. All I do is ask a simple, did you guys happen to get a pizza by chance? If not, or if you did or not a big deal. Just do my job or due diligence. Nope. Apparently I made her cry and that gave him all authorization to come down on me as if I accused her of having sex with an inmate. Again, if you've made it this far, all these stories, ladies and gentlemen, that I am telling you actually happened. These aren't made up. This is the kind of shit I dealt with for 3 years as a correctional officer. I wish there was a way that I could name people and not get into trouble, because that place that I was at was horrible. And I am going to write a book eventually on it, just so everybody can see how awful that place really was.